Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode 310. For those on Twitter, the theme today is, hug the loved one. It has been a very, very interesting past 24 hours. Not 1,000 things to catch up on. It seems like there's 10,000 things. Let me send out quick welcomes and thank yous, and we'll get started. You would think I would have these ready as like copy and pastes, but I tried that once for one episode, and that didn't actually feel right. So yeah. Share. All right. So, why is it a go hug the loved one show? Experiment has started. That is all I can say on that. But at the same time, in the rest of the world, it just seems, like people have lost their mind. We have things going on that you only see in spy movies and Mission Impossible. I'm just waiting for Tom Cruise to jump out of a plane on a motorcycle onto another plane to defuse a bomb before the poison takes effect. I don't know. It's crazy stuff. But it's serious, and so I might sound not serious, but it's just because it's so serious that you have to make light of it, or else, you sort of just worry about people, and you can, you worry about people, and it can, it's a big thing. So, everyone that might be listening to this today, tomorrow, yesterday, be safe, and enjoy the day. Enjoy those that are around you. Call someone you haven't talked to in a minute. Just go through your Rolodex, just scroll, and just randomly hit one person and call them. And even if you called them 5 minutes ago, just do that random thing. See how that goes. And let's go for some randomness today. But anyway, market's still up over the last 2 days. Bitcoin has hit some of its highest points in the last few months. In a little bit, hit over 3,500, almost 36, if I remember right. And that's 30,600. And we're seeing a little bit of a retrace. That's to be expected. People that got in at 30,000, they're just, if they're doing leveraged, they'll close those positions. And there's actually some longs getting liquidated with that, as people are not protecting their positions. So please be mindful of your leverage, and if you're doing that, if you have any trading questions, or what platforms to use, please let me know. Happy to point in the direction. I personally am not a trader. I am not an investor. I am an avid reader. And so, there's some really cool stuff going on. What's really neat is sort of there's really good signs that we are back in the bottom of the start of a bull market. You would think maybe bear market because Jim Cramer is now pro crypto, but what's really taking this is like the next cycle of art, is art's becoming a big forefront piece, which is really cool to see. We're going to be Liberty Square is doing some amazing things, and we're going to actually just go hop over and see what Liberty Square is doing, because we haven't checked them out in a couple days, and we might want to do that. You might want to do that. Don't ask me why. And so yeah, let's see here. Where are we at? We're going there. We're going to share some audio. I don't know if we have audio, but yeah. So there's that. As you know, we love, let's see here. Boom. No. Yep. All right. That's where we're at. We're there. So this is what we were looking at. We were looking at Ethereum towers. So actually, we were supposed to win an Ethereum towers during ECC last year from an API company. And then they sort of just said, they couldn't. And I wasn't fudding Ethereum towers, but I was like, oh yeah, literally, Bud is only from missing out. And so yeah, we hit them up. They said drop them a detail, so yeah, we did. So sort of cool. We'll see if something comes from that. But if it doesn't, it doesn't need to. We'd written that off as a loss a long time ago. So if Ethereum Towers comes through for that, like, oh my gosh, like that would be just really cool. Yeah, that would be pretty amazing. So I gotta say that. We are gonna be checking out Liberty Square because that's what we want to do. Liberty Square has been doing some amazing things, and one of the things that they're really doing right now is focusing on art. Artists, daily raffles and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. Now, as you can tell, between the hollowed, what's going on there. There might be some burning going on. Will that be part of Carnival? Who knows? But one of the things that's really, really cool is that they've sort of pushed the what's the word I'm thinking of? The envelope, and really sort of destroyed the envelope, because a lot of times, there wasn't there was the pieces that, like, no one would dig this couldn't build a nice community, and yeah, want to do a huge shout out to Jakey. Great interview with Secret, and go listen to that if you want to know Secret's real name. That's the case. That's the core right there. But as you can see, there's been a ton of different new art pieces coming out that they have just been amazing, So I've been really liking seeing what I've been seeing. And so, you know, it's really cool. They did do a new partnership with Hello Moon, so we're gonna see what that comes out to. What Secret has really been about is, oh, my gosh, I don't know. Let's see, alert. Uh, I shook your hand, looked you up and down, got all of worked in sales for long enough to read a man. Sales. Oh my gosh. I just, you know. Yep. So, what we're going to look at real quick is what they're doing with Onyx. You know, they have a whole piece. I literally got sidetracked there by something I haven't seen for a day. So, they have within, you know, their entire Twitter, Discord, Instagram. If you're not in the Discord, just hit it up. There's some amazing stuff going on in there. Really good, tight community, active conversations, and different threads of conversations as well. So, yeah. Um, there's gonna be some cool stuff there too. They haven't added yet to let's see. Oh, are they calling it purgatory? Up. That's bidoop bidoop bidoop. All right. So we have not won anything yet. So I already retweeted your fundraising campaign. Retweet my, I don't know. Come join the stream, Shanksy. All right. So if those that don't know, there's Shanksy. Shanksy is a degen of degens, but he's a builder. He's a pretty good builder at that. Let's go see what he has going on. He wants me to go tweet something that I just woke up and started TacoByte. Man, so you can't speak, but you're listening along. That you're on a PC. PCs have microphones. I got you, Shanksy. You're gonna click on something. You're gonna click on a link on your computer. I'm gonna send it to you in Twitter. There. Now, good morning. Good morning. GM. There. I just DM'd you something in there. So go check your Twitter messages and come join the conversation. Even if you can't speak, we can sign. We can use AI to get you to sign. Let's see. What did Shanksy post? We'll keep that started. Let's see here. One of these a small thread. Actual name Nick. I didn't know his name was Nick. I always knew his name was Shanksy. Oh my god. Mind blown. All right. So I grew up and living in I'm trade a carpenter, multimedia designer, and with specialty in 3D design, a retro gaming nerd, and much more. Recently turned 31 in March. There's a tier for being 31. Come get on this side of 40, my friend. Photoshop, learn 15, making signatures for your posts on forums. Yeah. Oh my God. I remember when that was so. We got a friend joined us. He's going to connect his microphone and we're going to hear his voice.
Can I talk?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh, Taco. Good morning, my boy.
GM, man.
How's it going, dude?
You know, it is good. It is real good. How are you doing?
It's 1:20 in New York. It's warm outside. Could be better, but not too bad.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I woke up maybe 25 minutes or so ago, and as a side piece, in via Twitter, welcome to the stage, Raj. I gotta do a huge shout out for Raj. And Raj, just so you know, you might not join. So we got Shanksy joining us on the big screen up above. We got you joining us on Twitter stage. For those that don't know, I won this stupid contest. I don't remember what the contest was. Raj, well, one, I got a Raj. He put out an NFT for music, so I got that piece. That is sitting in my metaverse right now as a boombox, by the way. But Raj sent me this NFT, this little cat with a lightning bolt, and I've been liking that dude. That dude is amazing. I actually have you a backpack, Raj.
You have me on backpack?
Yeah. So during NFT NYC, there was a Solana event, and they had like these clear backpacks, and they had Nico stickers. And I grabbed you a Nico sticker and a backpack, and I've been holding on to it, ever waiting for the day for you to come on stage with me and Shanksy and join us. And so I could tell you I have this backpack with a Nico sticker on it that I put on it thinking just of you. Right, Shanksy? Isn't this true?
I fucking appreciate you, man. I know that you've done all that other shit. And, man, I've just been so I've been keeping my head down, not popping into spaces and shit, man. Just fucking working behind the scenes. But, bro, you generally are a goat. You've been one of like the longest people holding out for a lot of the shit that I've been just kind of contributing to. So I just gotta appreciate that and all the shit that you've been pushing with music and shit too. So, no, I definitely appreciate it, bro. And I definitely got to see that. Was it the one that you posted before where like changes or like you're able to?
No. That's my backpack. Shanksy, you've seen my backpack. No, this is one of those. It's I'll be honest, like I grabbed two of them, Solana, like it was at the Solana event. It's like one of those clear backpacks, clear, like not cellophane, but clear plastic. Yeah, like those Japanese girls wear them all the time.
Bro, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. Shanksy, you there still, or did you mute yourself?
I'm still here.
Okay. Shanksy, have you met Raj? Raj, have you met Shanksy?
I don't think so.
I have not. Now, you guys are live on something else right now, or?
Yes, I'm going to send that to you right now.
Hell yeah, pop it in, bro.
Let's pop this in. Let's get this popping. Let's see here. Because you two need to meet, because one, Shanks, you are one of, like, Raj, you're part of one of the coolest bit projects I love out there. You know, even though I got rugged so hard by that project, I still love it.
I gotta send you something.
And you, Shanksy, are an 8-bit artist. Wait, so all right, Raj, I just sent it to you. Raj, you get your drip house, right?
Yeah, I do.
So do you remember when you got the little, like, the Drip House, like Game Boy Adventure little traveler guy.
Yeah.
Shanksy is the creator of that.
Oh, for real? That's sick as fuck.
He's an amazing, and now he's made Game Boy games on NFTs.
Is that the one where you're actually like able to play the whole ass game like in the NFT itself?
Yes.
Okay, I have been a fucking huge fan of those things, and I definitely got to pick some up if that's the case of it.
I just DM'd you the link in your Twitter DMs, and
yeah, I'm jumping in on my desktop right now.
We have Shanksy on stage with us. He doesn't want to show his pretty face.
I have no webcam at work.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're joining us like a Degen at work.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of a meeting. I'm just not paying attention to the meeting because it has nothing to do with me. So I'm talking to you guys instead.
That is perfect.
And I did the same shit. Wait, can I hop in on the other side on
Yep.
On StreamYard?
Yep. Hop in via
Right,
StreamYard.
Hey, I'm gonna do that because I got my whole desktop set up, so I'm gonna use that.
All right.
I bet.
Taco, get Raj's wallet from him. I'm gonna send him an NFT ROM.
He'll be joining us on stage in a second.
Even better.
Yeah.
Go retweet my campaign.
I did. I read it. Oh, you just put out another one?
Yeah, I have 6. There's the first series is 6 boards. So you retweeted board 2. Board 3 just started.
Okay. Well, then I'll go retweet everything.
Yeah, you don't have to retweet everything, you fucking degen.
Yeah, I do.
This is gonna be the most notifications I've had in my entire time on Twitter.
Oh, dude, you
Oh, so little alpha for you. I had a meeting with Phantom Wallet and Exchange yesterday, exchange.art, and our collaboration is a full go starting end of July.
Okay. Nice.
First ever collaboration that Phantom is doing with anybody on chain.
Dude, I love it. Raj, I would like to introduce you to Shanksy. Shanksy, I'd like to introduce you to Raj. And let's fucking go.
What's going on, Raj?
Shit, man, just chilling. We out here, man.
Yo, Raj,
early morning, man.
Send me your wallet address. I'm gonna send you a game.
Oh shit, bet. Let's run it.
And don't forget to send him the Degen color link so he can go play it.
Yes. Raj, put it in the private chat on the side over here.
Okay. Okay, bet. I got you.
Hey, yeah. Bob Marley.
Hey, bro. Stay on it. Today's my only one of my 2 days off during the week, bro. So I was trying to get on some streams this morning if I could, or at least hop into some spaces, but man, it's just laying back today if possible. Got an early morning coffee and just trying to get things together.
Man, this is a good start of the day. I got, this has been a good week. Raj, are you here in New York?
No, I'm actually in California.
So you're literally on the other side of the coast from us right now.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to be going to the DGods event next week in LA, though. I'm only an hour and some change away from LA. But I'll be out there. I'll be out there next week I need to send you some alpha, actually. Speaking of it, I got, what we were talking about, how, I run Degen Town. So I took over the D-Rug back in, let's say August. Now we I don't know if you saw the huge update that we put out for everything, but some of the stuff that had kind of happened, it's out of our hands as much as we try to do things. We try to create a game. We try to do a bunch of different stuff. And, there's just a sentiment around kind of what happened with it that we kind of can't take away. So I feel like the best thing that we can do at this point is to kind of just go through and rebrand just about everything. And I think that that's going to be our best move at this point to get all of that rebranded and go around. But I don't know if I can drop I'm I'm gonna go to that link right now, but I don't know if I'm able to drop pictures through here because I got some alpha.
There's some screen share.
Okay. I can't. I'm not gonna leak too much, but I'll show you guys some stuff real quick. Let me see.
Oh yeah. For alpha, I literally played a Game Boy game live on air.
That's what I'm trying to do right now too. If he's sending me one, I'm super down.
It's already in your wallet, and the link to play it is in the private chat.
Goat. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up right now. So I don't know if you're able to see. Are you guys able to see what I'm sharing?
Yep.
Yes.
So this is what we're kind of working on. Not to go through too much, but
not
we're going
even inner circle. That's like outer circle. What?
Oh, this
Raiden? Raiden? Oh
we got some stuff going on, but we're gonna be going through a lot of big changes soon, and I think we're gonna a lot of our longtime holders. We're actually gonna make some stickers within this next week, and at least start sending them out just to get a little bit of a touch. But I don't want to leak too much because we have a lot of stuff that's actually like coming on, and I think we're trying to at least go to the point to where we've kind of shown out with art and being able to do pixel art and stuff like that. So I don't want to cut ourselves short on that end of it. And I know that we have to perform if we're going to be bringing out some new art and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that we at least hit the mark on it. And if we're going to come out with some type of new product and be able to benefit our holders, that we do it the right way.
Oh yeah. For those that don't know, Degen Town was one of the I don't want to call it a mistake, probably the worst mistake. I literally got into this project when it was near its peak. Bought it at like 10 SOL.
Oh wow.
And then the next day I literally sent my Degen to the fire and said, like, be based off of a Morris code message. I burned my Degen, and I'm like, what? And this is when I'm driving back and forth across the country, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? And then a few days later, I get a new NFT. I get the Resurrected drop with a floor of 14. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm in this. It's like when you test something, you're down, and I don't know. That was sort of what the former. So we're on our third change of leadership. Or second?
It was the second. So it kind of happened a lot with what had ended up going on with
Ramo.
Ramo. I'm trying to pull up his name right now as I'm playing this, but it was Ramo that started it initially, but there was a lot of stuff that kind of coincided that made it just not the best thing. Like there's a lot before, like Magic Eden put the effort on a lot of different things of just getting background information on a lot of people before they were like launching these projects. So what had happened is you had that guy Lurk, and when Lurk kind of applied to go in under Degen Town, he basically doxed himself for Ramo, and by doing so, he inevitably kind of put himself in the shoes that Ramo should be in. Yep. And that's why he took literally no hit with it or any legalities regardless. Now, we kind of were cool with Ramo at the time because we were in like some group chat, just making some one-on-ones of his face on different things. And that's kind of how we stepped in. And initially it was like me, Senpai, and a couple other guys. And once we had finally did that, we actually got to the point, we spent like months going through that. We were actually handed over the entire project at one point. Now, there was a lot of legality once it came down to it because they started pursuing legal action against Lurk himself, and they were actually going to be suing him. And so he handed over about $500,000. We refunded about $300,000 of everybody who got wiped from that drainer link. Yep. And then from that drainer link, we've kind of just had it since then. And we've tried doing a bunch of things. We tried making like a rock, paper, scissors game, doing a couple different things, but there's always like a niche in the market. And I feel like we kind of got hit with the bad end of the stick with finding devs that kind of just weren't looking in our best interest. Like they were kind of taking advantage of our situation a bit. I mean, I don't want to put them on blast. They're fairly big people in the space, and not to put them and say that they're going to do that to everybody, but they did at least take advantage of what resources we had and just try to make sure that they can get whatever they could out of it. And so once that came down to it, we knew that it wasn't just kind of going to work out with that. And I think that's kind of over time, we've tried to get collabs. Like, I want to say if people have been keeping up on our giveaways and stuff like that, then I think that you've at least made some type of money back or been able to at least recoup some of your stuff. We actually have the same, one of our main people that we have on our team actually is from VFriends, along with, he also works at Clayno along with Elixir. So at least collab wise, we're able to get some really good people in. Myself, I have a background in kind of business. For my day-to-day, I'm actually a network engineer for a oil company out here in California. So that's my background and what I come from. And I usually handle like the day-to-day business side of stuff and getting collabs out, making sure that we're fitting budgets. And we actually have a good sizable amount of money to be able to work from on this new collection. But that's kind of what move that we're trying to make right now and where we're trying to go in the path towards that. But I think it's just been a lot of trying to figure that out and not take the bad route without giving our holders the benefit and not screwing over everybody who's kind of been here since day one. But what I can say is that, there will be a second burn. And this burn will be the permanent burn. And we're looking to kind of get away from the actual name at that point.
All right. Yeah. Man. Yeah, no, I hop in. So it was Senpai and you, originally, like first, like the Discord was like the first Discord was a scam Discord. And then the second one, you guys, I remember I hopped in, it was like Dino Heads was like holding a Discord space. And then I started hearing you and Senpai, and I was like, wait, are you guys real? And you're like, yeah, we're trying to bring this back. And I remember, I got to meet Senpai during Degen NFT. As I like to refer to it as Degen Daycare in Vegas. That was a fun time. Got to meet a lot of other cool projects and reunite with a lot of cool Solana projects. And I don't know, it seemed, people, I spend more time defending Solana than you should on a layer one, because I think there's a lot of misinformation out there. The first thing that comes to everyone's head, they're like FTX. And I'm like, you could say that about any chain then if you're saying FTX. Yeah. I think that was out of one of the last major Solana events. That was a really cool connection. Out of the last Solana event, becoming friends with Shanksy, I think was a really good pull out of that conference. I've been watching what you guys do. I try to someone was like, oh, go stake your degens. And I was like, I don't know. I have a little PTSD from the last time I did that. Yeah. And someone, it was a new person, so they didn't know the history. And they're like, whoa, bro, you want to participate? You got it. And I'm like, hold on. Do you know how many projects I got banned out of after that wallet drain? Because I went back to those projects and I was like, hey, I was doing too many double Ds. I was degenning after dark, degenning while driving, degenning while sleep deprived, degenning while distracted, and degenning while hosting a Twitter space. And I literally hit the approve button before the transaction, came through from my wallet. And I'm like, oh, there's 1,000 transactions out. I think one of the saddest communities I got banned from, because I went to these communities, I was like, hey, I don't want anything. I would like help finding who bought these off the floor, because I minted these pieces and I want to buy them back. And they're like, you're a scam. And I'm like, how am I a scam? I literally am just saying, I want to find like Bloodbat 1301 or 301 who has it, and I want to buy it from them.
I lost too much money on Bloodbats too.
I never.
Caleb Soul, man. That Caleb Soul's just as bad as Rama, I swear.
Yeah.
I did not mint bloodbaths, and thank God.
Man, I missed the peak on that because I'd lost them. I bought them when they dumped again. I bought more. Lost out on some original OG mints on Wobble Bugs. That was really sad as well, and a whole bunch of LP tokens from the dumbest shit ever. But I remember I was driving through Colorado and magically got 10 soul in my wallet. And I literally did a shout out. Like, hey, does someone know someone who might have sent some soul to someone by mistake? And literally Senpai came back. He's like, did it come from this address? And I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, that's Magic Eden. So for a community took, you took 90%, 80% or something like that of what Magic Eden had for you, and you sent it back to the community.
Pretty much. I mean, full transparency, I want to say right now we have like 50 to 60 grand liquid, just pure liquid. We've been kind of slightly trading. I want to say we've been playing with about 15,000 of it, which we've been making some pretty good gains. We're in some pretty deep Ethereum alpha groups to where we're able to get like pure calls on just like long and short calls, which we don't do options, but we're usually just buying and selling. And I keep my ledger on me. I keep it on my keys. We try to be on top of it as much as we can to be on top of things, and we're making some pretty good money in returns from it. But as for the team, like, we've taken little to no money whatsoever, and we've really just been trying to gauge and give back. Like, even on our last, I don't know if you saw like the spinner game that we got.
Yep, I've lost a lot of money on that.
Actually, you know what I can do? You know what I will do right now? Because I need to close out that. I need to close out that game. Also, Shanksy, I've also went over. I got a fish from the pond, and I found the gear, and I tried to go get into the chest, but I couldn't figure it out. But I checked out your exchange art, and I just bought 2 of the other games that you have. So I'm excited to test those out.
Hey, there we go. I have my 5 keys.
Oh, bro, I have my Bluetooth on my wallet, on my keys, and I keep this one here at the house.
Yeah, I literally have a key on my keys. And then I have a DeLorean key as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm never getting drained again. But
well, what's hilarious is I had those. I approved the transaction. So for those that listen, you have a ledger. It doesn't protect you from being dumb.
Yeah.
Look at what your transactions are before you approve them. Use Wallet Guard.
I haven't seen that. I have something similar on ETH to where you're able to, or it shows like the link and we'll put a drop down if it's like, hey, this is malicious. But I'm surprised we haven't seen more on the Solana side for how many devs we actually have, or like nobody's really put the effort to make something like that for you.
Check out Bio.
So Fun Alpha. I mean, I guess I could share this because I didn't have to sign an NDA about it. But Phantom Wallet is going to have all that coming in soon. So all transactions are going to be human readable. You'll be able to know what's malicious, what's not malicious. You'll be able to expand details. You'll be able to look at every transaction that's going through and everything.
Okay. Now, do you know some of the team members at Phantom? Because I know a couple of them as well.
Yeah, so I actually just signed a partnership with Phantom and Exchange.art. I'm going to be the first Web3 creator that Phantom is collaborating with. We're making an open world pixel artist gallery. So it's going to be a game within the Game Boy game. You'll be able to log in, you'll go in, and then it's going to just be an expanding world. Every single month, 5 new galleries, or 5 new houses, holding galleries, are going to be added to the world, expanding it. And it's just going to keep getting bigger, more galleries, more houses. We're going to have a couple of pop-up merchant shops inside the game. We're going to have a bunch of different things going on.
Now, hell yeah, that's sick. And I mean, I know that you're probably under NDA for that, but when are we looking at that?
So I'm thinking it's probably going to be towards the end of July. just because Exchange has something really big coming out between July 12th and July 18th. I can't give details about that because that was an NDA I
That's
signed.
enough alpha right there.
But there's something really big coming out in Exchange on between July 12th and July 18th. I can give you one thing. July 13th is Xenom is doing a huge code canvas drop with Exchange. It's going to be a long form coded game for his work called Glyphscapes. So that's coming out 13th in Exchange. So they have a whole thing coming out, and then July 18th they're gonna have this like giant announcement of like new things, new art initiatives, a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know actually any of the details myself, even though they made me sign an NDA. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna make you sign an NDA, but we're not gonna tell you what it's about." I'm like, "So what am I gonna even talking about?" They're like, "Well, just in case."
No, that's cool. No, that's badass though, and I'll be definitely keeping eyes on it. I need to follow you on Twitter too. Where are you based at, Shangzi?
I'm over here in Brooklyn, New York, with Taco.
Oh hell yeah! See, next year I'm gonna be out there for NFT NYC. Definitely, I gotta make it out.
Raj, are you coming to Permissionless?
I actually don't know what Permissionless is.
Okay,
I can't keep up, man. There's so many events.
As the junior intern to the senior intern to the junior intern of Twitter for Permissionless. Permissionless is an amazing conference, industry conference. It's going to be 4 days in Austin, Texas, September 11th through the 14th. It is like almost as big as Consensus.
So you said September 11th to the 14th.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me get these dates because I have a lot of friends out there in Texas, and what's funny enough is actually I don't know if you've seen Will, the only Will in our Discord, but he's actually coming out here with me next week to go to the Degens event. He's actually staying here at my house, so we're gonna be meeting up for the first time and chilling. But that's what I'm excited for. So you said it's September 11th through the 14th, because Texas isn't that far, and
then I have another conference in Vegas that I'm helping produce a little bit, the 13th through the 15th in Vegas, and that's Breathe.
Are you guys going?
I'm sorry, what month is that?
September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to that Solana festival in Nashville?
I am waiting to see if I can or not. That's in August, right?
August, yeah.
Yeah. Possibly. I have to go to Denver in the middle of August, and I have to go to Denver. So I'm in Web3 full time, but I still have some pullbacks from 2 years ago. So I used to work in social services. And what I used to do is I used to take so I worked in the IDD field, special needs adults and special needs kids, and get them out of situations and stuff like that. And I have to go to Denver because a client that I pulled out of a home that was being abused regularly, that I pulled out of the same home a few times, but the state never did anything. The state finally did something, and I get to go testify and put a POS. Probably not behind bars, probably not going to get what he deserved, But yeah, I get to go do that, and that's it sucks, but I get to see the client again. I haven't seen the client in a long time, but put a POS behind bars or with a felony will make my day. So I don't know how long I'll be in Denver for that, if that will end up messing with an overlap of going to Nashville, but we'll try.
When is that Nashville event?
Middle of August, I want to say.
Bro, all these Solana events honestly kill me because they're during the week. That's the only thing that like kills me. They never put them on like a Friday through like a Sunday or anything like that. It's always like starts on a Monday or starts on a Tuesday through like a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah,
it is. Oh, Hacker House wasn't bad. Hacker House started Thursday till Sunday.
Yeah,
and I want to go to one, but it seems like all of the recent Hacker Houses haven't been really here on the West Coast very much either.
No.
No, they've been traveling. They've definitely been traveling. I think the last West Coast Hacker House was last year. I don't think they've had one this year on the West Coast yet.
Yeah. It's August 4th through the 6th in Nashville.
Which, by the way, August in Nashville is death. It is literal death. Like the humidity in Nashville gets over 100%, and you're just sitting there and you're like, why am I outside?
Why would I be outside? I'm a degen.
The event's outside. It's a whole Solana festival that's outdoors. They tell you bring a camping shit.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm bringing my car.
Smart.
Because whenever I drive everywhere in the U.S.
Taco, let's just get an RV.
Ooh, yeah. I've been wanting to get an RV, and then I what I want to do with it is just get sponsored by projects to like do graphics on the outside, and that way it will fund my U.S. conference going. Yeah.
So you're gonna buy an RV? I was talking about renting one, but okay, you fancy.
Hey, it's one of those things. Proof of stake, man. Proof of history.
Proof
investment.
Proof of vinyl.
Yeah, but no, that's it's some fun stuff. We got there's so much stuff going on this year, and then there's Breakpoint. Next week or later this week have Polkadot Decoded here in New York, and a hackathon with that. Moonbeam Ignite hackathon's finishing up. There's just some really cool stuff. I was just at a Magna party. So Magna had a rooftop event during the Solana hackathon. Just was at their office again on Wednesday, and there's new alpha. There's a new AI AMM lending protocol coming up that might have some cool alpha on Solana. So we'll get some more details on that. But
I need to make it out there to New York, man. You guys have all the cool shit, or at least are always like having events out there for stuff.
Dude,
there's always
I get lucky,
here, but you're gonna hate New York. It's so fucking dirty here.
See, I have family that lives in Long Island, which I luckily, like, if I went out there, I wouldn't have to probably pay for very much to stay out there. But
traveling from Long Island to the city is a pain because if you get stuck in traffic, right, it's usually like a 20-minute trip, 30-minute trip. You get stuck in traffic, it's gonna be 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh shit!
That's why you take the train.
That's why, you take the LIRR. But then you have dickheads on the LIRR who pull the emergency brake all the time, and next thing you know, you're stuck in Long Island waiting an hour for emergency brake to get disengaged.
Yeah. And joining us via Twitter is the one and only one. One, I hope you're doing well on Twitter, and you can hear my OBS is acting up, so I'm not able to feed the sound directly into my Twitter feed, which just sucks. I don't know. It's OBS is. I wish someone would make a really good piece. But one, I'm actually sending you a link to come join us on stage. I want you to meet some of these incredible people. For those that don't know who one is, community manager, artist, designer, 3D piece, just another cool individual. I got some cool individuals today. This has been a great week. I did an interview with Gala Music. They posted that on Thursday. 2 tacos, and we decided that we're going to make our own conference sometime called TacoCon. And that was a great time with Gala Music, and then Zybeck protocol or Zybeck Labs and Nautilus Chain, which is doing a fork on Solana for payment processing.
Did you guys check out that new shit that Cubic is doing?
Cubic, the launchpad?
Cubic, the launchpad, yeah. So they're having a fundraising event right now. I donated like 3 SOL to them because that's all I was able to afford. But they're having this launch program for a protocol. Hold on 1 second. Let me give you better details because I might not have the right information. Let's see. So they're doing a dev tooling grants round. They're doing a grant round for dev tooling by, I forgot who is doing the dev tooling. I think it's by them, but what they're doing is they're doing a quadratically funded grants round for developer tools on Solana. I think they're trying to develop no code tools on Solana so people could develop programs and apps in Solana without needing to code. But they're having a matching pool so the first $5,000 donated, they match 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. I forgot the fuck it was.
Huh.
But I donated like 3 SOL to them, and seems interesting. I'm always about tooling. Like I made a point of sale system on Solana that runs like Square. So you don't need no code, you don't need anything, you don't need to connect your wallet. All you need is my website. Whenever you want to set up a store that takes Solana, any SPL token like Dust, like Foxy Coin, anything like that, you go on my website, you type in the name of your store, you copy paste your wallet address that's going to collect the funds, and you have an entire cash register that accepts Solana right there.
And that's pretty cool. I don't know if you heard of Neft?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a really good friend of Neft, and I push this platform like crazy because I'm a partner with him as well. But I think he's been working on a bunch of different stuff like that too. I don't know if you saw like the fork of what was the Metaplex protocol that they were creating as well.
Oh yeah, their own candy machine.
Yeah,
I saw something about that.
And some of these ideas, like he's creating like a platform to where like you're able to add all these modules into it. Have you worked with him at all, or have you kind of just seen his work?
I've seen his work. So my point of sale system is actually nothing like anything that exists right now on Solana, period. Any point of sale system right now on Solana, you either need to connect your wallet to it or you need to code it into your website. Mine's no code, no fee, no connection. Hold on, actually, I just sent you the link. Check the private chat. If you go to that, you'll be able to see it yourself. Literally, all you need to do is type in the name of your store. You copy and paste your wallet address that's going to receive the funds. So there's no wallet connecting. There's no chance of being drained. There's no chance of anyone seeing what's in your wallet, seeing what that wallet is. No one even knows what wallet the funds are going to when they're purchasing something from you. So once you enter your name and address, it's just going to be an entire cash register. In the settings option, there's the different tokens you could use. There's Dust, there's Foxy, there's USDT, USDC, Solana, all that stuff.
Wait, when are you gonna add Taco?
You need to send me the mint address for it.
Okay, I will send you that.
Yeah, send me the mint address and I'll add it.
Someone into Solana last night, and they got their first piece of Taco.
I have 0.01 Taco.
You have 0.01 Taco. They have 0.002.
I need more Taco.
Yeah, we got it. Taco's got to.
Oh,
out there.
I actually just signed. I forgot to tell you. I signed a partnership with Samo, using my POS. Nice. So any Web2 company, right, that decides to partner with me and use my point of sale system in their business and collect SPL tokens, their clientele, whenever they make a purchase, will get a Samo coin reward. So it'll be like a percentage of the purchase. So say if it's $100 purchase, we'll do like maybe like I don't know, like 5%. You'll get $5 back in Samo coins right away.
That's pretty cool shit. I like this Samo team. Got to meet them at what's really hilarious. So Samo went and bought a Saga phone, and the first two things that they got as soon as they activated the wallet was they got an NFT of my face, and they got a Taco token. That was the very first thing they got. They wanted to try it out, see what the wallet looked like. See, I was like, oh, I'll send you an NFT. He's like, okay. And next thing you know, he got a picture of my face. So
you have a very picturesque face.
Well, thank you. So,
by the way, Raj,
go check out your Twitter DM so you can come join us on stage on the Jumbotron.
And Raj, that ROM I sent you, make sure you try to finish that game, because at the end of it, there's a QR code that puts you into a raffle for some free merch.
Oh hell yeah! See, I was trying to I stopped because I was trying to find where to go into the what's it called, the
thorn bushes.
Okay, so you're already going too far.
You didn't even get all the fish yet. Yeah, so
you gotta collect. You gotta collect like 3 fish, and so I was a Degen, and I collected 40 fish one time because I wanted to see if there was like if you overachiever award, and there was not.
There is not. There will be in the full game. So the Raj, what I sent you is actually just a demo of the full game release. The full game release is going to be 13 missions inside of it. You have to find 13 gears to fix this Pengu bot up. But the demo only has 3 right now.
That's sick. So I've seen stuff like this on on ETH. Have you seen like the roller coaster NFTs and stuff like that too?
Yes. So the ETH ones are a little different. The ETH ones are HTML. They're long form HTML files that are played right away on the NFT. Mine is an actual Game Boy ROM embedded in the NFT. So if you go into, say if you have a Game Boy, right, and you have a cartridge and all that shit, you could go into your metadata, pull out this Game Boy ROM, swap it and flash it to a Game Boy cartridge. And the second you plug it in the Game Boy and turn it on, you'll be able to play the game.
Yeah, that's badass. That's pretty badass.
So I'm actually going to be doing cartridges. We're going to do like probably 10 per release, and 10 people are randomly going to get an actual Game Boy cartridge with the game release on it.
And I've heard that like actually making like Game Boy games isn't very hard either, and that's pretty sick because like stuff like this I think could go a long way, and a lot of people just don't put the effort. Now, did you do all the art and stuff like that for this too, or no?
Everything, every single pixel is done by me.
Yeah, and there's very few people out there that can actually code their own game and draw everything up as well. So respect to you for that one.
I appreciate it. By the way, what's your Twitter handle so I can add you?
It's just ROJNFT.
ROJNFT. True.
So Raj, just so you know, one of the first NFTs that I put in my third land was your music. Was the music box?
Hell yeah, man! I appreciate that, man, because I've been trying to get a lot more. I have a shit ton of music just sitting, and even getting to like one of the top spots on Boombox is pretty fucking sick. And I think that pushing them and having them go up is going to even make my music get out to further audiences. And I don't know if Shanksy, if you've heard like did you ever hear the Franck song?
I have heard the Franck song.
I made that.
Wait, you made the Franck song?
Yeah, bro, I'm the one who made the Franck song.
That shit is, I heard that shit yesterday for the first time, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, we the citizens of Web3 have nothing fucking to do with ourselves.
I swear, like I made that shit in like fucking 5-10 minutes, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gold. This is gonna hit everybody on at least whenever it was pumping back in January.
Can you play the Franck song for us right now? Can we have a musical interlude?
I got you. Let me see.
Yes.
I would play you my Game Boy music player, but I have none of those NFTs myself. I didn't even keep one. Taco, you have the music player, right? That was the first one I sent you.
I don't know if you guys are able to hear this. Funk it right up. You guys able to hear? Oh, it's probably loud as shit.
Now we hear it. You can't see me, but I'm standing and doing weird dance moves. I'm dead.
What's funny too is I try to go with like, I don't know if you guys ever seen that like stupid crab meme where the crab is like on the beach and it's like dancing to like the electronic music.
Yeah.
I try to go for something like that. I was like, this is gonna hit if it's like electronic and super bouncy or like a club banger. I got to do it right.
That shit was so good.
Yeah. I gotta give you props for that. That was an amazing piece. I remember. I still have Franck. I think I bought like 5 or 6 fake Franck mints because it was sort of secret on the mint for a second.
I have 2.5 million franc in my wallet that's worth less than a penny.
Yeah, I still have Franck Farmers and Franck Tads, and I go in like maybe like once a week and collect Franck.
You see, I was for a while, and I have like 4 billion francs still like sitting because they actually sent me a ton whenever I made the song because I think I kind of caused a pump whenever I made that shit, to be honest. Funny enough, but
hey, if you want, I went and did a Degen thing because Radium. You guys know Radium.
Yeah.
They have their V2 pools, and then they have their ecosystem V3 pools, right? So there's a project I really like, the token, Liberty Square and Filth, and moving from a V2 to V3 gives you better slippage, better percentage APR, and but no one wanted from the Acorn army. No one thought of paying the Radium ecosystem fee of like 300 Ray. And I will be honest, I sort of bought Ray when it was near its top, at like 70 cents, and I've just had a lot of it for a minute. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go make this Degen pool. And then I incentivize the pool with different tokens like Bonk, Franck, Taco, and like Monster Truck something and like some other weird random token. So if you want to add to the ecosystem pool, let me know. And it incentivizes people to stake USDC and Filth.
Hell yeah. So I'd be down. What I kind of did some asshole stuff once I saw like Franck kind of going down, to be honest. I want to say Franck, the farmers were at like maybe 0.1 at the time, and I sold like 50 of them into offers. And I was like, let me just collect all this soul real quick while I can. But once I saw it like going down, I was like, all right, the hype has gone out, but I definitely need to go back in and they've been kind of tweeting every now and then, which is funny, like trying to just get things to pop back up.
Yeah, they had a really good concept. They fell in line with like Bonk and stuff like that, and they were trying to do a lot of stuff. I just don't even know, what happened there.
I feel the same way about fucking Burnsy. I think 1.2 billion bonk staked, right? With the line and everything. I had them wrapped up into NFT. I didn't get a single fucking penny from the Burnsy drop. Literally.
I didn't get any burn. King, I bought some King. Oh, so this is sort of hilarious. Solana Hackathon day 1, they had like a scavenger hunt. And if you found these little things around the room, you got a cupcake with supposedly $50 worth of bonk on it.
Mm-hmm.
I got it, and it had 0.005 cents worth of bonk on it. So it had like 1,000 bonk. And then it had like it was like 1,000.33333. Like, so it was supposed to be a billion franc, for $50, but someone forgot their decimal spots. And I let Asia Fox know, and she's like, I'll let Cupcake know. And I'm like, okay, so waiting for that one. But I don't know.
I'm never going to get that.
I'm never going to get that.
No, Cupcake's the fucking worst. I told you, I try to get like the NFC things done where people could like scan them and get like an NFT from me.
Yeah.
And they literally told me word for word that I am not notable enough for them to work with me.
It's bro. There's so many people like that just kind of take advantage, and it's so lame.
I'm like, yo, I'm like, okay, you don't want to work with me, but like, you didn't have to be so fucking mean. Like, you didn't have to be like, you're not notable enough. I'm like, first of all, half the people that you work with don't even do the kind of shit that I've done on Solana or even like remotely close. So let's talk about that. I'm like, you worked with so many projects that are now completely rugged and now sitting at 0.01 Solana floor, but I'm not notable enough. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
No, hey, it's one of those things where eventually, like, I think what they will get there to where it's open source. You know, I think they have to get to that point so that anyone can do it. Because like I was giving out blunt NFTs via my cupcake.
Wait, they gave you a fucking cupcake code and all that?
I was part of Blunt DAO.
Go fuck yourself.
So, well, okay, this is the story of how I became part of Blunt DAO. During permissionless last year, I found a pound of pot.
Oh shit.
Super wrapped and everything. I thought it was a piece of trash on the floor. I'd just gotten off of stage with Blau, and I was walking away with a cosmonaut, and I thought it was a piece of trash. I was doing my civic duty. There was a bunch of cops standing around, and I pick it up, and it was like packaged for delivery, you know, and I grab it, and I was like, oh, I can't drop this. You know, I just got to keep walking. And so I kept on walking, and some dude wanted me to break that open, and he wanted to give me like $20 worth of Safe Moon. I'm like, I'm not cracking this open for $20 worth of Safe Moon.
For a Safe, you know? Safe Moon.
Safe Moon not to be worth anything and get rugged eventually.
Safe Moon has the best meme I've ever seen with John Travolta sitting on the moon with the Lambo with the Safe Moon logo on it, looking around like, what happened?
But I ended up donating it to Blunt DAO for their treasury, and so they made me an OG plug. And so even though I don't smoke pot, that, you know, they have proof of sesh, you know, so 2 validators are with someone, you can onboard someone into Blunt DAO, and I could, you know, they could tap my wristband, and I'd turned my Solana hacker house from Austin last year because it was an NFC chip. I turned that into my cupcake.
Sick. Yo, if you ever find weed again, give that shit to me. Please.
Man, I'm mad, bro. I literally stopped smoking back in like January because I got this new job back in like February 10th. So I had to stop like right on New Year's is when I stopped smoking. And I was a heavy dabber like crazy. I had like all kinds of e-rigs, and I was like a daily, 3 or 4 dabs a day type person. And I just had to get it all cleaned up for this job. And I finally passed like my, what's it called? Like a week ago, my probation. And I smoked for the first time in fucking like, I want to say 5-6 months. And oh my gosh, I greened out so fucking hard. I was at a party, like I was at my friend's house, and like I literally just fell asleep. I just remember waking up and I'm like, how the fuck did I get home? And like my girlfriend's like, yeah, we had an Uber. You were like passed out in the car. Like it was bad.
I was so high on the last night of Solana Hacker House. We got to the ping pong place, right? Because the after party for the last day of Solana Hacker House was a ping pong party. And I was so clapped. I was literally going up to people and just like, yo, you want to bet an NFT on a ping pong game? I must have walked up to like 20 people. I actually ended up winning 2 lilies from some guy who was like, oh yeah, I could beat you at ping pong. And then we lost 2 games in a row. I'm like, all right, send those lilies over.
I gotta shout out to Ascension. I won a little contest of theirs at the Solana Hackathon, and I got a Lotus Gang.
Sick.
Oh hell yeah.
So that's how I got into, and so then what did I go do? First thing I did is like, oh, you have a validator? I'll go stake a soul on that.
Lol. It's like, here's 1 soul.
Hey, I participated.
It's like, let me make sure I get my 0.001 soul from my APR at the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Exactly.
I've been catching these sold dips. I don't know if you guys have. I got in at like 15 the other day and sold off at like 1760 or whatever it was in the height yesterday or the day before. I'm making some good change off of it, but we still can't break it, man. I'm waiting for all these ETFs to hit. I think that's when the actual large money is going to start coming in.
I had to sell 98% of all my soul 2 weeks ago because I had to pay rent and bills and I did not have enough money. So,
hey guys, I just want to take a second and introduce one up to the stage. Raj.
One, are you in New York?
One. Meet Raj.
I am in New York. Yes. How's it going,
Yeah.
fellas? Well, I'm currently in Jersey, but I'm always in and out of New York.
It's very easy to tell those dirty ass houses from the metropolitan area.
Yes. How you guys doing? I've been listening to the conversation. Thanks for having me up.
Thanks for joining. We're just, we are, I guess you're sort of an outlier in this group. You're an ETH project. We have two Solana projects, and then you have me, like the multi-chain universe, like master of the universe chains, Degen, with like 40 different chains on my EVM wallet and like 60 different wallet apps for different chains. I downloaded a new one last night.
Hey, I'm multi-chain too. I just do most of my work.
I'm working on. Yeah, I have this project on ETH, but I do believe in being blockchain agnostic. I'm looking at other blockchains to put other stuff in the future, but I'm just trying to work this project and do what I have to do here before crossing chains.
So, Skull, since you're on ETH, I actually have a question for you.
Sure.
So I do these NFT ROMs, right? Where I put the entire game ROM inside the metadata of NFT, and then I have it uploaded. Then when you go onto my website, the website reads that you have the NFT, and it automatically populates it. And when you click it, the emulator pops up and plays the game. Is that possible on ETH?
That's a good question.
Because I know ETH has a lot of long form HTML NFTs. Like the actual NFT, like is an HTML file, and that HTML file lets you play like in the NFT. But mine's a little different because it's full I could have games that are like 5 hours long, 6 hours long on this on the ROM. But I haven't been able to talk to someone on ETH where it's like, is this possible? Like, can I through Solidity have a contract where an emulator on my website is able to read the metadata of my NFT, extract that ROM from the metadata, and pull it onto the website so you can play it?
So I want to say yes, but I'm not heavy into gamification, so that's not necessarily like my area. But I do know I have a couple of friends that are doing gamification, so I want to say yes because it sounds like something that I know someone's doing, but don't hold me to that because that's not necessarily my realm.
All right, because I was looking at doing an airdrop to my holders on Solana of ETH pieces, like ETH NFT ROM games, and have my holders be part of another chain at the same time, and like start bringing in more collections and more communities.
That's dope. I think that's a great way to transition Solana holders over into ETH and help people cross chains.
Yeah, that's the plan. Trying to have some fun along the way,
Absolutely.
I might have somebody that you could talk to. I actually did quite a bit of work. I don't know if you're familiar with Froggy Friends on ETH at all.
Yeah, the ones that look like the same guys as the Space Friends, right?
Don't know if they're the same as the Space Friends. They're just Froggy Friends. They kind of blew up for a while on ETH itself. But I might have some contacts over there that might be able to help out. I also am in like a couple dev chats in general where they're all working on cross-chain things.
Yo, send all the info. Whatever info you send that helps me, I will make sure that you will get NFTs for free.
I got you. I'll drop their contacts for you, and I can reach out on my behalf for you.
I appreciate you, Raj. Yo, man, how the fuck are you wearing a Boston hat in Jersey?
It's a Brooklyn hat. It looks like
Yeah,
Boston. It's a Brooklyn.
Yeah. Now you're looking down. It's a Cyclones
Yeah.
hat, but damn, that looks like a Red Sox hat when you're walking.
It definitely, I get that a lot. Yeah, people like, oh, you're wearing a Boston hat. I'm like, no, it's a Brooklyn hat. It's just the little. Oh, here it is. It's the little holes in the B that's the giveaway. Other than that, their emblems are identical.
Yeah,
So
when you're like that and you're standing and walking around, all you see is the top of the B, and I'm like, oh no.
All you see is the B. Yeah. No, it's a Brooklyn Dodgers hat.
And then here I am wearing a Polygon hat in an
Vintage.
Solana conversation.
Yo, speaking
We're
of
breaking
Taco,
rules, guys.
that polka dot event in NYC, are you going to that?
I am.
Are the tickets free?
Check out Eventbrite. They still might be.
When is that?
What's the name of the event?
It is like the 27th and the 28th, I think, if I'm right.
Polka dot.
Let me look into that too.
There's
a blockchain conference. What is it in August as well in Toronto? I don't know if any of you guys heard about that.
Yeah, there's ETH Toronto. Collusion is either just happening right now or about to happen. In September, at the end of September, there's also Masari Mainnet here in New York. And then there's also ETHCC next month in Paris, followed by Solana Breakpoint in Amsterdam in October. Yeah, there's some good conferences coming up.
All right, Taco, I'm going to see you at Polkadot Decoded.
Okay.
I got my tickets. Oh, it's a viewing party.
Yeah, so it's a hackathon piece and a viewing party because last year they did Polkadot Decoded live in 3 different countries. And so they had events around it.
Oh yeah, it's in Connecticut, so they're doing a viewing party here in New York.
There's 2 parties here in New York for it.
2 parties. What's the second party?
Taco, are you going to Crypto Monday this week? I think this is Abby's last week at Crypto Mondays as well.
I am at Crypto Mondays this week. I was at Crypto Monday last week, and then me and Abby and Yuri hung out last night.
Nice.
What, you go to this Crypto Mondays thing?
Yeah, I always go to this.
I go pretty regularly. I go pretty regularly. I was out of town. I was out of town last week. That's actually how I met Taco. I met Taco at Crypto Mondays.
How is it? What do you guys do?
Last week,
they share different information. It's pretty good.
They do a panel and networking.
Different speakers.
Is it multi-chain or is it like concentrated on ETH?
No, it's multi-chain. They have people from Polygon come and speak. People from Near. They've had
Avalanche 2 weeks ago.
Avalanche has spoken there. Yeah, they have people from different chains, different projects. Some are a little more interesting than others, but I think it's good quality networking. I think more so than anything, I've met a lot of good people there.
Taco, you got to take me on Monday. Are you going this Monday?
I am. I'm going every Monday. Go to Meetup.
Yes.
Go to Meetup, and I'll find the link and I'll send it to you.
Yes, please. I'm gonna come with you.
Yeah, I missed you at the Pizza DAO party, Taco. They had the big pizza party in Brooklyn.
I was at the Solana Hackathon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which Skull Hunters are you on ETH?
Skull Hunters NFTs.
Is it split up?
No, it's just it's 187 skulls. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if I can send links here.
Okay, no, I found it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
I got some ETH sitting. I think I might mess around. I just sold one of those moon cats. I was sitting on like 8 of them. I just cleared them all out once I started pumping again. I need to get in some more projects, but
yeah, man. I just this year I did something where I decided to give I raffle off like physical skulls too. They're about like 3 to 4 inch physicals. So every month I give one away to a new collector. So I tally up the collectors for the month, throw them in a a wheel picker, and then whoever wins, I get their contact information and ship it off to them. So
What's your
you pick
Twitter?
one up.
Oh hell yeah.
One got beats.
One got beats.
One
With
got beat.
the bandana skull.
Yep.
Yes, the bandana skull. That's me.
Got you following.
You make music too, huh?
Yeah, I'm a music producer. That's what brought me into the space actually. I learned about music NFTs after I launched my project, and I wanted to find a way to kind of connect my music to different people. So what I did was, um, with the NFTs, the unlockable content is a 4-level multimedia gallery and crypto voxels, and you can go through the gallery and they have different media stations, so you can actually like listen to music, you can listen to instrumentals that I produced, you can watch music videos, and then throughout the gallery there are PFPs throughout from the project. So there's art from the project there, there's music, it's kind of just um, everything that I do artistically.
Yo, one. If you need more skulls, I have a couple of 3D printers.
I'm actually looking at picking up a 3D printer because
Highly recommend.
the ones, yeah, I've been looking into them. Because the ones that the 12 that I bought for this year, I actually bought them on Amazon and I hand painted them myself. But I
Mhm.
actually want to make my own so that I can kind of just make them custom. So if people wanted a 3D version of their PFP, I could generate those for them as well.
If you are looking to get into entry level printers, I have a Creality Ender 3V2 right now, brand new. They're going for like 230. Let me know. I have an extra one I could do for like 185.
Bro, I have an Ender
Like
3, the same exact one that I've never I got it working like once or twice, but haven't touched it since.
So
Really?
Taco saw two of my pieces that I 3D. I saw what I do is I 3D print art pieces that I put around the city. Um, Taco saw two of them. I have two right by Webster Hall. I have one that's a 3D printed Air Jordan 11 on
Oh hell yeah.
on a light pole right next to Webster Hall, and I have another one where it's like tiny little guy just sitting like in between bushes and like on this railing.
That's sick.
Nice.
Wait, in the city, just like stationary?
In the city, just crazy glued down. They're just I was actually right by Webster Hall yesterday, so it's been almost a month now since I put it up, and yeah, they're still sitting there.
Still there.
Oh shit, I gotta check that out. I'm always in and out of the city, so I'll definitely check that out.
They're everywhere. I have a piece in Union. I have a piece in Times Square. I have a piece in Central Park. I have pieces everywhere all over the city.
Just little hidden little
That's dope.
gems.
They are very hidden. That's I put them in in the kinds of places where you just like if you stop right in front of it and you're just like, oh, let me take a break, and you just looking around, you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? That's the only way. You'll
Yo,
never
you
see
should do a
them walking by.
scavenger hunt.
I
Yeah, set
wanted
up
to
a
for
scavenger
NFT
hunt. I think that'd be
NYC, but
great.
I wanted to, but fucking Cupcake Protocol on Solana told me I'm not notable enough.
Well, so okay, this is
Oh
what
my God.
this is what you got to do. Like, and during NFT NYC, I was at the Ghost Burn party, and
Mhm.
this guy gave me this tiny little pigeon, like a little 3D printed pigeon, and he was like, "Hold on to this. This will be something one day." And I was like, "I just think it's really cool. Of course, I'm going to hold on to this, you know." And I keep it on my windowsill,
Was
and
it
I
from
was
the
doing
pigeons
it.
in New York?
I thought it was, but it's not. Um,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a little bit in my head. I thought it was some random thing. And I was moving it around, and the head popped off, and I was like, "Oh no, I broke it." And I was like looking at it to see what I had to do, like to put it back together. And hidden in the neck was a secret message, and I had to go get tweezers to pull it out, and it was a private key for a wallet
Oh shit.
that had the NFT in it.
Sick.
Oh, that's
So
genius.
like literally and what was cool is it had the project name on it, and I was able to go Blob Labs, and I was able to go like connect with them. There was an issue with the private key, and they sent me the right private key and stuff, and I scooped the NFT out to my wallet and stuff. So he makes these little 3D printed things. And he'd hidden one in like Chinatown on Haines Street, And so I went hunting for it, and it had been found, you know. But yeah, it was. I think that stuff is cool, you
I should
know.
tell
That's
people to go
genius.
hunt for my shit. They'll never find it. I won't have to give away any NFT. Mine, you guys don't understand. It's so fucking well hidden. Like the one by Webster Hall, the little person is sitting on a railing of somebody's apartment building, and it's in between like leaves and flowers. So like you literally have to be standing right in front of it, looking right at it to see it. Otherwise, you're never gonna find it.
So is it across the street from Webster Hall
No,
or
it's
on the
literally
block
right next
of?
to it. No, right next to it. Like
I
it's
know
Okay.
exactly where it is.
it's the
Yeah,
apartment
that's why I'm like
building right next to it.
I know exactly where it is.
the one close, the one by the movie theater, right? Heading towards the movie
Yeah, so
theater.
you know
Yeah.
at Webster Hall, what you know their main entrance, the little stage entrance kind of thing, we go up the stairs. Right next to it, there's a metal
Mhm.
fence. It's on that metal fence.
And the reason, and I can tell you the reason why it is on that fence is because Shanksy spent half the hackathon smoking pot on that step and decided to glue it there.
Wait a second. First of all, it was definitely like 65% of the fucking hackathon.
Okay, my bad.
It was definitely. I did not. I'm not gonna lie. So the first day of Solana Hacker House, I probably met like 10 project founders who I talked to, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're just doing art upgrades for that's our utility," and I got so depressed. I'm like, your only utility that you have for your project is an art upgrade, and you're a top 20 project. They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, I am not sitting here with these people. Yo,
Hey,
I can't. I'm not gonna name any names, but
no, hey, I got to give a shout out to Solana University. Those kids, what they're building.
oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
Solana
I don't know if
University.
you were out there, if you were smoking pot, or if you were listening to the kids. And I talk about this kid all the freaking time. But he built using an AI renderer and like Chat GPT 4 and some other piece, but basically voice to text, and that text cues an AI avatar for sign language, ASL.
Oh
Sick.
wow.
Wow.
Like, he's 18. I make fucking memes. What am I doing? Crap.
Well, you're doing better than I am, so don't complain.
Uh,
I actually have done more for gaming on Solana than 99.9% of all these gaming projects, and I still haven't crossed the 400 follower mark.
Rug revenants.
Right. Oh, wait. What was the other one? Clash Titans or something like that?
Oh, what happened to Mini Warfare, or whatever the fuck that shit was?
Or
You guys remember
Star
that
Atlas?
fucking game? I think it was like Mini Warfare or War of Nations or some weird shit that came out. It was a 5 soul mint. They sold out 10,000 pieces, and I've never heard of them again.
There's a lot of those. I think the only one right now that I think even
I
has
was
like
I was just gonna
trajectory
say the
for it.
same thing.
I think
Yeah.
Aurora is the only workable good game that's working.
Well,
on
that and Octo. I don't know if you guys seen Octo Gaming.
Octo pays Fiverr people.
Oh, they do.
Let's. I don't know if you've seen the Octo games. First of all, the Clano game, as fun as it is, that's a $30 Fiverr game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is literally a $30. Running away from lava, like a little fucking temple run game, literally costs $30 to make on Fiverr.
I guess I need to get on Fiverr more. And
Yo, there is so much on Fiverr. Oh my god, the shit that you could get done for literally under $100, you would kill every single utility available on most of these blockchains.
check out
Jesus.
Snapbrilla. It's basically Fiverr on chain.
Yeah, but they're too expensive. I could hire some guys from India.
No. Like you can literally just post like, I want this done for, 100 ADA, and they'll build it in their little SaaS system. And if you like it, then you'll have different people build it, and you can pick the bidder that created what you wanted.
Yeah, but one thing I learned about crypto people is on Fiverr I could get a whole game made for $30. I don't think I'm gonna go on this crypto thing and be like, oh yeah, they'll be like, well, we'll make you a whole game for $30. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
Maybe, but crypto people at least know their worth, kind of.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I would second that.
Yeah.
Like crypto, like if you, getting stuff done by somebody like outsourcing to India, you're not gonna pay nothing. You can't. There's no such thing as outsourcing in Web3. Your Web3 outsourcing is within Web3, so you're not outsourcing. It's a constant insource, and Web3 is the most expensive insourcing you could find because there's very, very few developers and very few people in Web3 that actually have the skills needed for you to do what you want, and because of that, their prices are spectacular.
Yeah, I feel like the only time people's prices are negotiable in Web3 is if they actually like you and they want to be a part of what you're doing.
Even still, it's tough because you gotta. Right now, it's not like you're gonna pay somebody up front and be like, "Oh yeah, here you go." Most people now, like I talked to a dev, they want LP tokens, they want NFTs, they want percentages, they want this, they want royalties. I'm like, you're just gonna take 40% of my business for doing like 1% of work. What's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Let people. It's a great thing that people are able to demand all that as for their work, but it's not great for me because I'm poor. I can't afford that shit. That's why I'm doing everything. Like I'm a solo creator. I don't have a team. I don't have a dev. I don't know how to code. All my coding I did, like all these ROM games, all being able to run it on chain, have the metadata with the ROM, having my own website that reads the ROM, reads the NFT, automatically populates and runs an emulator from the NFT. Like I have to do all that shit through Reddit, through YouTube, through 4chan. I don't have a team. I can't afford a team just because the only devs I could find, they're like, oh yeah, 10K. I'm like, 10K for what? For making me a static website that's gonna take you 30 minutes?
Well, here's some alpha. Check out Learn Web3. Wait, what is it? I think it's Learn Web3 Dev or Learn Web3 on Twitter. And
I've been using BuildSpace a lot. BuildSpace was pretty good.
They have Learn to Earn. They teach you how to be a dev, and they pay you along the way.
Sick. You guys, you know about BuildSpace?
Void Space?
No, BuildSpace.
Build Space. No.
BuildSpace, I think, is the number one. I think I just because I haven't. I mean, I've explored the ecosystem, that learning ecosystem a little bit, but BuildSpace is like hands down like the number one spot if you want to learn any type of blockchain development. If you want to learn Solidity development, if you want to learn Solana development, Rust, it's like they are the number one, and their tutorials are so intensive. Like, there's no way that you're gonna do a tutorial and not learn something. They have so much shit going on. They're very, very. If you're in elementary school, you could do their tutorials. That's how good they are.
You said it's called BuildSpace?
BuildSpace, yeah. It's by this guy named Farza. Actually, Farza. This guy Farza is huge in the world. He's a huge marketing like influencer person. He has like on Twitter, not on Twitter, on Instagram, he has like 3.5 million followers. On TikTok, he has like 4 million followers. Like this guy is a giant influencer, and he started BuildSpace to teach people how to develop on the blockchain. And they have so many courses, so many different things, and it's like once you're in it, you have to be in it. Like it's like you do a course and it's a 3-month course. Like you're not just gonna run through the course just because of like I'm like yeah, it's elementary level. Like an elementary school kid could do the course, but it's very intensive. Like you are gonna do the same thing over and over and over until you definitely have it down packed where you don't even have to look back into the tutorial and farther on into the tutorial. When it comes back again, you're just like, oh, I know how to do this because I did it 100 times already in this tutorial. And they also help you. Like if you create a program that runs well, they will pay for your program to be on chain.
That's great.
Yeah, I highly recommend everybody check out BuildSpace. They are probably top of the line in the learn space for blockchain.
Their website's pretty clean. I ain't gonna lie.
Their entire click on any of the tutorials and you'll see like you're just going step by step. You're like, holy shit, these guys literally describe everything you need to know. They will tell you what every syntax code does. They will tell you what every single piece of code does. They will tell you why this piece of code is going here, why this piece of code is written the way it is. What's the difference between how you want to run this code on Solana, how you want to run this code on Ethereum, how you want to run this code on Polkadot. It's so much on there.
Yeah, that's a that's the stuff that's just amazing. Encode Club is another one that does a lot of free training and stuff like that. So yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys.
How do you guys feel about ordinals?
So since side piece on that, someone was able to put I think it was either Duke Nukem or Doom on an ordinal. Some of the stuff around bitmaps is really cool. Like, it's a cool concept. It is cool all the way around. Do not get me wrong. But until the Bitcoin core community stands behind it and like says, yeah, we're not going to wipe this out with a bug fix, something so immutable that can be deleted with a bug update. I say, dip a toe in, but yeah. I
shot myself in the foot with it.
That are on them though.
I shot myself so hard in the foot with it. I had a whitelist for OMB, and I didn't have like $4,500 liquid at the time, so they immediately pushed my whitelist off to somebody else, and that was probably like my biggest mistake this year.
Taco, I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect on my phone, so I'll be right back.
All right. Shoot, I think biggest miss that I didn't have a lot of liquid, that I didn't go and sit and take the time to make liquid for, was bomb classed or bomb. What was it?
Bombaclots. Yeah.
Bombaclots. So I told Shanksy about it, because they were minting at like 0.3. So he got a handful of them at like 0.3, and then like the next morning sold them at 8. So
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not too happy about what I made like recent profits off of. You're familiar with ZMB, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on their last mint, I don't know if you're familiar, but they had like a mint issue to where like there wasn't like a cap on how many that you're able to mint. Well, I had whitelist from the initial one, and I was only supposed to get like 2 mints. I ended up minting like 19.
Okay.
And I sold some of them from like 3, but I just sold the majority of them at the top, like probably like a week ago, and I probably made like over 300 to 400 sold from it. But I don't know. I'm still gonna ride some out, but like I'm just trying to keep in the ecosystem with like OMB, and I'm trying to see how people feel about it, because I think anything that what's his name ZK Shark is kind of touching is kind of going to turn to gold, just how embedded he is in the ecosystem itself with so many different chains. And I think a lot of people just don't know about what he's done before, like how he's built DeGods and been like one of the main people for that over there as well. But I think there's a lot of money to be made and kind of just messing with them or getting around ordinals, because even I know like the couple last mints that have went on aren't pretty good at all, but I've gotten to like OXBT and MXRC. I made good money from it, and and that's kind of where I've been putting my focus into, is kind of just getting into that flipping aspect, or getting as many tools and things like that to make and capitalize as much as I possibly can.
Yeah. Tools wise, I think one of the most underutilized one that I have is Lottie, Life on the Internet, from BitBoy J. He has a nutrition, and then the way it went is you burn 3 nutritions and you get a key, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think that was a miss on my part, because that was a free mint that he did on New Year's, and now they're trading at like 0.7 ETH.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know, and they've been riding at 0.7 since like March. I think they
Are
even
you heavy on ETH as well?
I try to do stuff on every chain. You
See,
know,
I really the only thing that I'm holding right now on ETH is my Moon-Cats. I have some Moon-Cats. I have a couple Froggy friends. It's only because I'm friends with like the founders and stuff like that. But I also have been scooping up quite a bit of Cubs.
okay.
Are you familiar with Cubs?
I saw. I think it's the Cubs I'm thinking of. I think so.
So you heard of Kyung's?
No.
Keungz. So this dude is like a multimillionaire, and he owns like over 50 some Bored Apes,
Yeah.
and he owns Kyung's Genesis, which has like a 14 ETH floor right now,
Okay.
And there's only like 400 of them, but he has this like cool ecosystem going on, and they're kind of going hand in hand with Meme Land. So like if you have 3 of the Cubs, you basically get a free mint on like the Yoga Pets. I don't know if you heard of them as well.
Okay.
But I've been making quite a bit of money from them, and I've been getting like airdrops on some of their stuff. Like he gave us all an airdrop of OXBT, so I got like $400 free just for holding it, and
Nice.
like a couple other things too. But I think the long term, I'm kind of bullish on him, at least for that aspect, because he's feeding all of his ape coin like royalties and directly into his project, and he's making like, I want to say he got over like $1 million worth of OXBT handed over to him, literally just for holding that alone, and he's been feeding it all back into the holders. So I've been just trying to reap all the profits I can from it.
Nice. I'm all about those passive income pieces. You know, I teach people about LP pools and stuff like that. One of the ones that I want to get into is the Honeylands.
I've been playing that game, by the way.
It's a fun game. Well, send me a friend invite. You know,
you can add friends in the game.
With the most recent update, you can add friends, and
Sick. I have like 100 HXBT saved up from all my hunting and gathering shit.
Nice. But this is one of the things that I don't. This is where I think like new play to earn games become exclusionary, when like their Genesis pieces are at like 20 soul, and there's like 400 people playing it. I'm like, why? How will that incentivize anyone else to come in if like to play the game? It's like a 20 soul buy-in for like land or something like that to have like a piece of the game.
I don't know. I couldn't get into Honeyland too much. I think it was just watching their videos. I just couldn't. They kept popping up on my feed, and I think at one time I was just like, all right, this is enough. I'm tired of seeing it. You know how they were doing those like directory like videos where the guy was just like sitting there explaining it for like 10 minutes, and I tried to sit through a couple of them, and I just couldn't get into it. It was just kind of, it felt like they were overcomplicating a lot of it, but I think people that have been in there since like the initial date of it kind of are the ones benefiting the most from it.
Wow.
Yeah. No, definitely on that. One of the things that I see, the gameplay itself is just easier. Is easy, for twice a day, 3 times a day to just go and check, rehunt, remish, and reset everything. So I don't know.
No, I think I definitely have respect for like people that are able to create a pretty cool ecosystem like that, because even to make it as flawless like that is pretty hard, and they're keeping a pretty good floor for even all of their actual things that they have going on, which they have. It looks like they have a ton of NFTs itself.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, they got some pretty cool stuff going. And I know, like there's just so much stuff going on. It's crazy.
Is there any upcoming things that you're looking at getting into?
Upcoming things, Venom Network. It's a new layer 1. I'm doing some test net stuff on there. Zybex Labs, so Nautilus chain is a Solana fork. Looking at seeing what they're doing. Some of the stuff within Gala Music is really cool. Solana, Liberty Square, the stuff Liberty Square is doing with their getting ready for Carnival and their art drops that they're doing.
How'd you feel about that? Because I own one Liberty, but I didn't know how to feel about kind of that, to be honest. I felt like they were a little bit late on like having all the 101 artists kind of come in, because I felt like that was maybe like a couple months ago where they were pushing that out a bit harder.
Yeah.
Where people were doing these huge collabs with these 101 artists and doing these huge drops, but I don't know. It felt like a lot of people were kind of bearish on that a bit.
I think it. So for me, it's a sign that the market's returning. That's sort of what we saw in the last run. A lot of 101s. That's what we sort of saw, like 101 projects, the last market before, And so I think it's a sign that the market's shifting again. And I don't know. One of my favorite projects that's super underrated is the Aces on ETH. And so like they've been around for almost 18 months now. And they added, when all of their one-of-one pieces, they had the artist done in the metadata. It was one of the first projects that I saw do that, and for a project that owns a basketball team, like that was not part of the roadmap,
Yeah.
So I am 6,000ths of a owner of a basketball team, but that's trading at like $80. I think that oh my gosh, Shanksy, I got a haircut since the last time you saw me.
Oh no, what happened?
I had to go look nice. So what the Aces are getting ready to launch out on their next thing. Mine's over there. I think I don't know. There's just some really cool stuff. Star Atlas, if they quit launching cores and they finally launched their game,
They did.
I think that
they launched their browser-based game, Sage.
Okay.
So if you go to sage.staratlas.com, it's a in-browser game. The actual 3D game that's going to be on Epic Store, the beta should be launching in December.
Okay.
But you can go on sage.staratlas as long as you have Atlas coin, right? You could spawn ships and you could explore the grid, and whatever NFTs and items you find on the grid, you get.
Okay.
Including you can find ships, you can find resources, you can find paints for your ships, paints for your hangar, a whole bunch of shit. I got like 130 NFTs just from that fucking game.
I'll have to go see. There's some cool stuff on Arbitrum Nova in the DeFi land. And then my DEX that I'm part of, Stella Swap's getting ready to launch some really cool stuff. So you guys should get on Moonbeam. Go to the dark side.
Well, we're gonna talk about it on Monday at that event, at the meetup.
All right.
I'm coming, Taco. I'm coming to all the events. You're like, I'm gonna be glued to your hip. I hope you know that.
All
like
right.
the next taco bite, I'm gonna be in the screen with you. Over there in your place.
Hey, let's do it. So I don't know. We've been going for a minute. I want to thank you guys for coming on.
No, hell yeah.
This is definitely the longest taco bite you've had.
Oh, dude, I think my longest uninterrupted, non-rugged was like 9 hours.
Oh fuck!
Oh, shit.
We're not doing that.
While I was driving from New York to Denver, and then I had to restart the show because Twitter rugged us. So, and the next episode was like, for like 9 hours and 52 minutes. I think I just played radio music. But no. So Raj, what about you? What as we do with this show, we go around the room. Final thoughts.
All I could say is, keep your eyes out. I'm gonna be pushing out some stuff. Like I said, we're doing a rebranding. All I can say is Voltex that's what we're gonna be pushing out soon. So, Taco, I'll be reaching out to you to get some stuff sent over to you if possible. And we should have some stuff popping next week. I should be meeting quite a bit of people at this event. I'm hoping next week with our team and being able to get our idea put into a couple people's more hands. But I think in the long run, we should be moving towards getting a lot more community-based things and getting things to just at least help you be a better trader overall, or helping you make a better thought on your investments and things like that, or helping you get a better reach on the market. And that's kind of where I've been trying to push myself to be. So I'm kind of falling back from like trying to get into the gaming side after dipping my toes in a bit and just kind of not getting the exact same reaction. And it might, like I said, it might be the people that I met with initially, but I think that the next move that we're making and the people that we're getting involved are going to be able to help us take this to the next level with it. And I'm excited. So yeah, I shot all you guys a follow. If you guys are ever, open to hang out, I'm always down to come pull up. Usually I'm off on the weekends, but I definitely want to pop into another one if possible.
Always, you are always welcome. For those that don't know, one of the side pieces that Degen Town NFTs has done also is derugged other projects.
Yeah.
So they've taken the knowledge that they've learned along the way of derugging their own project, because it was the mods that stepped up when the founders stepped left. So shout out to mods and that stepped up. Community members is what makes a community. And just to sort of retrace, Raj, what you were saying, I want to take back. We're not investors. We're not investing in projects. Our projects are not securities. They're memberships. They're communities. So if in the worst case scenario, you were buying a membership,
Correct. And what we're moving into is we're not actually going to be doing a lot more of the NFT side of things. We're looking into the chains itself. So a lot of my team has been doing analytics just on just doing TAs on actual crypto itself, and helping you get a better gauge or understand how to be able to set those things up yourself. So definitely, and I appreciate you even giving me the time of day, man.
Hey, that's an easy thing, So yeah, for those, I put Degen Town in the comments. If you guys get a chance, check them out. Listening, give them a follow. Next up, we got One. Thank you for joining us. Closing thoughts,
yeah, man.
Words of wisdom.
Thank you guys for having us, man. Just my words of wisdom for people is just always, be mindful of what you're getting into. Make sure that you understand what you're buying into, and just be safe out there. There's a lot of weird things that go on in Web3. So, just make sure that, when you are connecting with people, you're connecting with like-minded people, you're connecting with people with your type of energy. And what was that?
No, you're
I
good.
think it was background.
Okay. Oh, right. But yeah, that's it. Just make sure you're out here connecting with people. There's a lot of good people in the space, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, One, and thank you for joining us today.
Shanksy,
you're up, sir.
I'm here.
The final thoughts and words of wisdom.
Final thoughts and words of wisdom. If you're a creator, keep doing you. I've been on Solana making shit for 2 years. I didn't get any recognition for 2 years. It took me 2 years to even get anything going. But now that things are starting to go, I have a partnership with the #1 wallet on Solana coming up. I have a partnership with the #1 one-of-one marketplace on Solana coming up. There's a bunch of shit going my way. It's just shit's gonna suck for a long time. But at the end of the day, it's about what you do to make that suck go away.
It is pushing that grind.
Constantly.
And as always, I end with my final thoughts. We're doing this because we believe in the future. We're doing this because we believe in a form of self-sovereignty and control, and having a say in what we do. And blockchain, whether you're looking at the ones and zeros of data as dollar symbols or ones and zeros as personal data or information, it is yours, and you are truly in control of it. And my words of wisdom that I say on every show is the same: a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth. Meaning, if no one knows you're looking for opportunity cannot come a knocking. And if opportunity comes a knocking and you are not ready to answer, it is going to keep on walking. And we end every show with the greatest joke on the face of the planet. This is the best joke. And we've done this for now 310 episodes of TacoBytes. And we're going to keep doing it until we figure out the next best joke. But I'm going to need some help from someone. Knock, knock.
Who's there?